certainly struggled last week, but they also did not have the likes of Brad Harris, the veteran wide receiver. Jordan Crockett was out. Now you go into Richmond. Do you get either one of those two wide receivers back, Coach?
I think we're hoping Crockett, but he's still not full practice, and it'll be tough. We're thinking of peeling a red shirt off of one. We got a really great freshman receiver we think can help us, and we're just there are the decisions you try to make, and we need to be better, and I think we will be. I think we're we've there's some things I talked to the staff about some changes and some things we need to do. We need to get points on the board. It doesn't matter who's out there. We have to find ways to generate points, and so that'll be the challenge this week. And
Brad will be out for a little while. Brad will not play this.
Brad
week.
will be a few weeks. I think he's doing great. He'll be. I think we're going to get him back. I think we're definitely going to get both back. It's just a matter of when. With the off week is coming the following week, will certainly help our health. I think all the way across the board, and we're in a tough league. This is our third ranked team in a row. We need to go find a way to win and stay in the hunt, because that's what it's all about right now. But we know the type of league we're in, and the kids had a really good practice yesterday, and I think that was the thing that made me feel the best was they came out and really practiced well, and I think that's important. And we're ready to go. The defense has a lot of pride and ranked top 10 in two major categories, and this is going to be a huge challenge, as you guys know, seeing Richmond in the past. And Kyle Aletta's,
they're going to throw the heck out of it.
Yeah, he's averaging like 490 yards a game right now. I mean, it's crazy. But we're excited, and we're going to get out and play our game. The offense needs to get first downs and points, and that's pretty simplistic, but that's kind of where we're at.
When you're almost halfway through a season, how timid are you about, like you said, peeling a red shirt off a player? Not necessarily, I'm not saying burn a year, but when he hasn't played for almost half the season, to say, okay, we're going to use it now.
Honestly, he came off an injury, so that held him out a little bit. But, in my past, I've always believed that when a kid's going to be a prominent player in his second year, that it's better that they play. And I've always had that philosophy. I had it with Jabal Sheard when I was at Pitt and Aaron Donald when I was at Pitt. And I played, I'm not afraid to play freshmen, because ultimately next year with the graduation of Brad Harris and possibly Gerard Diggs, he needs to be not just new. He needs to be a good player. So that's a consideration for me. I'm about winning games, and red shirts, there's all kind of different red shirts. You saw it with EB. He played his first 2 years, and now he's injured, and he's still struggling through an injury. So having a red shirt in your back pocket as kids get older is not a bad thing, and so we'll see. I think a lot depends on how he progresses during practice, and but he's talented. He's big, he's fast, and he's talented, and we just got to see that he can play enough plays to warrant taking off. We're not going to do it just for one game or 2 games. If we do this, it's going to be for the year, and he's going to play.
Still a long way to go here. I mean, I would think that would be your theme. It's you're 3-2, but it's you're 1-1 in conference play, and in my opinion, there's not a team on. You don't play James Madison, so there's not a team on the schedule that you can't beat if you can get it going. I think a little bit offensively, and that starts with Richmond.
Yeah, there's no doubt in this league. It's a you can beat anybody, and anybody can beat you. I mean, you saw Elon is Elon was like we were last year. They've done a good job.
Signetti's done a nice job with that program.
Signetti's done a good job. I knew he's a good coach. I know him, and I'm not surprised. They have talent. The Southern schools have a lot of talent in them, and he's doing a good job. You see Rhode Island's resurgence, even though their record, they're really getting there, and that's going to be a war for us at home. And
is Stony Brook legit?
Absolutely, they've been legit. I think Stony Brook has been one of the best teams in this conference. They just haven't, they haven't got over the hump. It's hard to pop over the hump into the upper echelon.
And they changed coaches.
No, Stony Brook. Coach Priori's still there.
Okay,
he does a good job.
They changed coaches.
They're probably one.
Maybe they were close to changing coaches.
That was, Delaware has Danny Rocco now, and
right.
Delaware will be Delaware again. Stony Brook is a talented organization. You see a school like William & Mary who's struggling right now, who's been a perennial power and national power. It's a fight every week, and we know that. And this year is on the bubble for us, in that if we want to make a run and have some success, these games are big, and so we'll go down, play, get the bye week, get regrouped, and ultimately it's about playing our game. When I always say it, when we play our game, we're a really tough out, and even when we didn't play our game, we're a tough out now. But we've got to get back to who we are to have a chance. We can't run and gun with Richmond. We try to run and gun with them. It's not going to be.
You got to slow it down.
We just got to play our game, give our defense a chance to rest. We did a great job last year against them moving the ball, and we got points and we got first downs. And, we have to do that. If we go out here and try to run and gun with this football team, they're made for it.
Yeah,
it's not really our deal.
That's what's been proven, though, is that you can get points off this Richmond defense. We saw Elon do it a couple of weeks ago. You obviously mentioned the triple overtime game last year. So the points are out there on this defense, right?
Well, yeah, I think, when you look at each game individually, even though I believe Richmond was the better team, to be honest, I mean, Richmond's much more dangerous offensively, probably not as stout defensively, but they're good. Elon, Richmond had 4 turnovers, Elon had, I think, 1, and it's just, you hate to talk about one concept, but we look at the NFL and see how many teams lose the turnover battle and win. It's just the way it is, and Richmond had 4 unforced errors, and it cost them. They had taken over and we're going to win. They're good. I mean, they're definitely a top 3 in our league talent-wise, and Elon did a good job getting a win. We got to go in and play our game and keep them, neutralize their effectiveness.
Well, the good news is, your defense has been your strength. So
yeah, the defense, they play their butts off.
Have they had a bad game defensively yet this year? I mean, they've been pretty good week in and week out. Knock on wood. I'm sure you are. but this Kyle Laletta kid is he's redshirt senior.
Yeah, he's
good.
And
I was trying to do the math on just how many receivers, from my standpoint of calling play by play, they're going to throw it to, and oh my goodness, they got like 6 kids that
you need a bigger folder.
I need a folder. Absolutely, I do. So
yeah, he's good. He's a gunslinger. He's kind of fun to watch. Actually, I probably more so on tape than have to watch him on game day. But he's good. But last year we did a good job confusing him and hitting him and sacking him, and our defense is going to show up and play. I have no doubt.
All right, be honest. And there's a follow up to this. How much of the Yankees game did you see last night?
I know the answer.
Did they play?
I knew.
Okay, that's fine.
I was wondering why everybody was so excited. So
you missed what happened in the top of the 6th inning. The Yankees catcher Gary Sanchez caught a foul ball straight to the
I actually saw a video on Twitter about that. Yeah.
Now, did you wear a cup playing football?
Not playing football, but when I caught, I did, because I had that happen once. Yeah. I came up on there was a guy stealing, and I was coming up to throw, and it hit the plate and died, and I got one like that, and it was instant dirt.
But that game started, Coach Gattuso, at like 8 o'clock and didn't end till midnight. So you had a 4-hour window to watch 1 inning of that game.
Hey, you do know tonight the Penguins are playing, right? They unveiled the Stanley Cup banner against St. Louis.
Over that.
You want to talk about the pairings on defense?
And they're the heavy favorites to repeat 7-2 in Vegas.
Yeah, I don't. That's
St. Louis at Pittsburgh tonight.
Huh?
Am I going to run some highlights on the Mighty 1-3 tonight at 11 p.m.?
I just told you that.
Probably. No, but I know you told me the game. Am I going to run highlights? Should I run highlights?
Now he's our executive producer? What's going on over here?
I think you should talk about hockey on the show occasionally. There are New York
Well,
teams,
he's the producer.
I mean,
oh, man, I didn't even see that bus coming.
Wow.
Don't blame me.
I hope the Yankees do well. I'll tell you a funny story about the Yankees. One of the guys on campus that works on campus, I saw him yesterday, and I said, he has a big Yankee sweatshirt on and a pirate hat. And I said, so what is this? Most expensive, least expensive? Right? And he said, I'm a Yankee fan. The hat's just because I'm working and it can get dirty. All right.
So, there you go. All right, Coach. We'll see you over at the Recovery Sports Grill location for a little lunch and the UA Football Weekly show that airs on My4 Saturday at 11:30.
Great.
Thank you, Coach.